Well, good evening. Nice to be here. Hope you all had a nice, what was it yesterday? Halloween, wasn't it? Hope you all had a nice Halloween. Let's pull this down a bit. Excuse me a second. There you go. You see my pretty face now. Yeah, I hope you all had a nice Halloween and are all avoiding the pox. Another subscriber, I don't know who you are, invariably. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are, so thank you very much. At least I hope you know who you are. I have to admit, I have been in a position where I didn't know who I was. But that was alcohol related, I have to say, which we won't go into. Our Brunswick leib are finished. I've been here actually, I just started work on our Dutch infantry. The annoying thing, as you know, I was going on about this time round when I'm trimming these figures, I'm going to use a scalpel. I bought the blades from one person online and handle from somebody else. I checked out which handle I needed, because different handles for different blades. I didn't realise till I just opened the packet. This handle came ages ago. I didn't realise till I just opened the packet. They sent me the wrong bloody handle, didn't they? This is a number 3 and I want a number 4 handle. So I've ordered a number 4 handle. A bit late to complain now. I'll keep it because I may get blades that go with the number 3 handle, but just annoying. I wanted to put a blade on it and start trimming these Dutch infantry. But anyway, our Brunswick leib infantry are finished, they're done. All it needs now is the obligatory 2 coats of varnish and then base them up. I'll show you, but there's really not much to see because the lighting's so poor and they're very dark. Well, they're all black. So it's a job for you to see anything. But they are all, take it from me, they are totally finished. So I'm a happy bunny. The officer figure. You'll see them. Musician. You'll see them better when they're all based and they're on the turntable and you can have a proper look at them, then you'll see them. But nice to get them done anyway, nice to get them finished. Standard bearer. Nice to get them out the way. Musician carrying a, looks like a broken trumpet or something, broken trombone, some kind of horn. But you'll see them better when I get them on the turntable. But, you know something? I'll be glad when this job is over. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it as much as I ever did, painting these miniatures, but it's just sugar, trimming the figures and manipulating them. My hands are beginning to rebel now. They don't want to do it no more because of the Reynolds and stuff. It's getting colder weather as well, and I was trying to manipulate these today, and several times they went across the table, the figure went across the table. There you go. But anyway, yeah, I'm very pleased with the Brunswick leib. And that's 25 for the battalion, 24 men, 1 officer, and then 4 skirmishers. We did 4 skirmishers. With the Dutch infantry, we're not going to have any skirmishers because there's not really any appropriate figures in the box. Not a great selection. Not a great selection in that box, I have to say. Similar sort of way they've done it to the Brunswick leib. You get some spare heads and so forth. But as you can see there on the back, spare heads and what have you. Not a great choice of figures inside. You know me. You know me by now, I'm tight on figures, these 1/72 figures. I like, if I can, to get 2 battalions out of 1 box, and in a lot of cases I can do it too. I can do it, but these and the Brunswick leib, you can sort of make 1 battalion, and then you've got a load of figures left over. I don't like having a load of figures left over, because then they're just sat around in the box not doing anything. I like to use them all up at some point. But there you go, there you go. That's the job done anyway. I don't know how many battalions that is now of infantry we've done. We've got about 8 or 9 still to do. That's all we got left. And then we can get on with something a bit bigger scale, a bit easier on the figures. Anyway, it's 1st of the month. Oh, I'm going to say, before I come on to the 1st of the month and the giveaway, watch out, there's scam texts going around about your bank account and stuff. I had one the other evening. I knew almost immediately that it was a scam text, and there was a link to sort of click on, but I wasn't going to touch that with a barge pole. No way. I knew almost immediately it was a duff thing. I checked it out. I sort of Googled some of the information that was in it, and yeah, it's a wrong one. It's a watch it. They're going round at the moment. They're doing the rounds. But I am going to go in town tomorrow and check my bank accounts just to make sure with the bank that everything's okay. But be warned. This month's giveaway, 3 sable paintbrushes. You know how much I think these days of sable paintbrushes. They are definitely the way to go, sable paintbrushes, because synthetic paintbrushes, the tip will end up doing that. I've had paintbrushes here, sort of non-sable brushes, shall we say, and within a matter of absolutely no time at all, in some cases in the matter of a few strokes on a figure, and you can see the tips start to go. I guess because you're constantly painting on a rough surface, uneven surface. I guess that's why it is. But sable brushes, they cope with it and they keep their tip beautifully. Another thing I've started using is not only sort of brush soap, but also Winsor & Newton brush cleaner, acrylic brush cleaner. I forget who pointed me in the right direction there. One of my subscribers pointed me in the right direction and said I use Winsor & Newton brush cleaner. So that's what I've started using as well. What I tend to do is, you can see this or not, and they're not resting on the hairs on the bottom of the jar. They're just suspended in it, and soaking in it. This is a little teeny weeny jam jar, I put sample jam in, and it's ideal. And I just leave that overnight and wash them out. You know, I went through the soap with them first, then clean them off, and then once I got rid of all the soap out of them, and I just stand them in that, leave them overnight, and then I'll rinse them out in the morning and put them in the jar, put them away in the jar. You've got to look after these things because decent brushes are not cheap, so you've got to look after them. So that's for the giveaway. Anyway, that's 3 sable paintbrushes. So I've been thinking long and hard about the question to ask you. So I will say I had a couple of questions in mind. So I will say is the first person to tell me the answer to this question gets those brushes. In 1973, when I was just a child, in 1973, a man named Jerzy Sazagio became world champion. What did he become world champion at? Jerzy Sazagio. He became world champion. What was he world champion at? First person to tell me gets those 3 very good sable paintbrushes. So that's me done. Can't think of anything else I'm going to say really. I'm just going to drink this tea and have a look around the shortwaves and see what's on that, I think. So as always, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, thanks for all your comments. Watching as many sort of videos as I got time for. Huge backlog of videos, but then we've all got that, like we've all got a huge backlog of figures, you know. But I am for sure looking forward to getting onto the bigger stuff, 135, 132, simply to help the fingers. It's painting these is not a problem. Painting these is not a problem. It's just trimming them's my difficulty at the moment, because it's just my fingers just don't really want to do it, so I'm going to have to be dead careful when I start using that scalpel for sure. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble now, so I'm going to go and do whatever I'm going to go and do. Be careful, stay safe, watch the text messages that are going around, scam text message, trying to direct you to a website. I forget exactly what it said now. Where's my notepad? Excuse me a second, I get my notepad a second. This is what it says. I wrote it down last night because I took a screenshot of this text and I sent it to my bank, because they have like a department that deals with that type of thing, you know, like fraud squad type thing. So first of all, it comes up with the name of your bank. And then it says, a payment was attempted from a new device on date and time. If this was not you, please visit. Then it gives you a https://personal online secure add.online. So that's what comes up. Don't touch it with a barge pole. Don't touch that link. Don't have anything to do with it. Delete it immediately. You've been warned. See you on the next one.